Hello, my friends. I am Jimena Fuentes, and we are gonna talk about China. I am gonna talk about legacy. China's contribution to economy. China is the greatest driving force for economic growth in the world, and it will become the largest market in the world and have increasingly stronger positive externalities and positive spillover effects. China will make increasingly greater contributions to the global market, trade, employment, and investments. Now we're gonna talk about the contribution to innovation. We all know China will become the largest innovator in the world and complete the process of reinventing itself as an innovation country. China will become a global leader in innovation and lead to the way for further science and technology progress. The contribution to green development, we know also that China will become the world leader in green development and make positive contributions to protect the global environment, respond to global climate change, achieve energy conservation and emission reduction, and promote the green industrial revolution. This is very important because we are gonna lose our world if we don't take care of it. The contribution to culture. China's civilization and China's philosophy on development will have a huge impact on the world. Furthermore, China's cultural soft power will be significantly enhanced. China will advocate a 21st century perspective characterized by a harmonious but different worldview, which favors the maintenance of world diversity and promotes democratic international relations and diversified development modes. More and more people will accept China's distinctive concept, such as each nation appreciates the beauty it has created and combines their own beauty with the beauty of others. The contribution to knowledge is the path theory system and culture of socialism with Chinese characteristics have continued to develop, blazing a new trail for other developing countries to achieve modernization. China's example offers a new option for other countries and nations who want to speed up their development while preserving their independence, and it offers Chinese wisdom and a Chinese approach to solving the problems facing mankind. Now, we are going to talk about China's food. With a long history, unique features, numerous styles, and exquisite cooking, China's cuisine is one of the important constituent parts of Chinese culture. Chinese traditional dishes are famous for their color, aroma, taste, meanings, and appearance. As China is a huge country, there are many regional differences in cuisine due to differing climates, history, local ingredients, dining customs, etc. According to the cooking styles and regional flavors, Chinese cuisine can be divided into 8 Chinese cuisines. Each cuisine has its popular dishes. The first one is Peking roasted duck. It's a famous dish from Beijing, enjoying world fame and considered as one of Chinese national dishes. Then we have the Kung Pao chicken. It's famous Sichuan style, especially popular with both Chinese and foreigners, and in Western countries have created a Western style. Then sweet and sour pork has a bright orange-red color and a delicious sweet and sour taste. Then the hot pot. The hot pot is one of the most popular dishes in China, especially in Sichuan province or Chongqing. People cook in and eat from simmering pot of soup into stock. Then dim sum. Dim sum is one of the most popular Cantonese cuisine dishes. It contains a large range of small dishes, including dumplings, rolls, cakes, and meat. Then the dumplings, they are very famous and all we know it. Dumplings are a traditional food type and is widely popular, especially in North China. Chinese dumplings consist of minced meat and chopped vegetables. Then the mapo tofu. Mapo tofu is one of the most famous dishes in Sichuan cuisine with a history of more than 100 years. It consists of bean curd along with some minced meat. Then char siu is in Cantonese. Char means fork and siu means to roast. So char siu means fork roasted. Then chow mein. Chow mein is the Cantonese pronunciation of the Mandarin chow mian,
which means stir-fried noodles. Fried rice is a dish made from fried, cooked rice and other ingredients, often including eggs, vegetables, seafood, or meat.
Hi, I'm Nai, and I'm going to talk about language of China.
Imagine being able to understand and converse with more than 1 billion people across the world. This is an opportunity you will have if you speak Chinese. Whether you are planning to study Chinese or you're simply fascinated by the world's oldest language, here are amazing facts that you should know about the Chinese language. Chinese is one of the oldest languages in the world. Chinese characters were first seen in 1250 BC. That's over 3,000 years ago. They were engraved in animal bones. Mandarin don't have an alphabet. Here's where the challenge of learning Chinese lies. It doesn't have a segmental alphabet. You learn Chinese by studying different characters. The good thing is Chinese can be transcribed into characters with the use of pinyin. This takes out the burden of memorizing thousands of Chinese characters. The pitch of how you say a word in Chinese can totally change the word's meaning. Chinese has 4 tones, each having their own pitch. Chinese is also a pictographic language. It is the only existing pictographic language in the world today. Chinese is represented by images or drawings of subjects that they are meant to describe. Mandarin is the most widely spoken form of Chinese language. It is also the official language of China and is used in other expatriate countries such as Hong Kong and Taiwan. However, there are other forms of Chinese such as Wu, Xian, Cantonese, Putonghua, Min, Hakka, Gan, and more that are also used in China.
Traditions of China.
China have a lot of culture going back at least 5,000 years. When visiting China, visitors will be immediately confronted with several ways when this culture is lived out by millions of Chinese people every single day. The first one, Chinese Kung Fu, also known as Wushu, is a traditional sport originated in ancient China, which is a remarkable combination of exercise, practical self-defense, and discipline, which has become one of the more well-known parts of Chinese culture. Chinese Kung Fu features dynamic and fluid motions. It is usually practiced with bare hands, while sometimes participants make use of some simple weapons like the cudgel. During the Ming and Qing dynasties, many sects of Chinese Kung Fu were created and thrived. Probably the best known are Tai Chi, Shan Yi Guan, and Baguan Guan. Since the foundation of People's Republic of China in 1949, Chinese Kung Fu has experienced a flourishing in popularity across the globe. Tai Chi, another style of Chinese martial arts, is widely known for its long history and inasmuch as it can contribute for a longer life, which has become a popular fitness activity outside of China. During a visit to China, you may see many people, particularly the old, are practicing Tai Chi in open areas in the morning. Chinese tea. When speaking about Chinese culture, tea drinking needs to be mentioned. Chinese tea culture is the ancient tradition of making and consuming tea, which differs from such traditions in Europe and Japan. In China, drinking tea is usually referred as tasting tea, which not only refers to discerning the quality of the tea, but the tradition also has to do with engaging in reflective thought and interacting socially while drinking tea. A short respite from the business of life, make a cup of tea and taste it in a tranquil place on your own can be not only an obligation, but also refreshes the soul. Generally, the Chinese look to drink tea somewhere peaceful atmosphere where crisp fresh air is available. Gardens in China are world famous, where breathtaking scenery and peaceful ambience is available. Drinking tea in such gardens never fails to be a fantastic experience and is common among the Chinese.
Hi, I'm Karime, and I'm going to talk about history of China.
The Chinese civilization originated in Huanghu and Yangtze River basins. and it was there where the Asian farmers' settlements developed into the first Chinese towns and national unions. The Chinese history might be divided into three periods. Pre-imperial history of China was characterized by unstable political power, mainly concentrated in hands of religious leaders. Governor-generals of small principalities and provinces were in fact independent from rulers' authority. The most powerful dynasties out of the three ones of that period were the Shang dynasty. However, it did not manage either to avoid the internecine wars, which eventually made the Shang Jin state fall into decay. The Chinese history of imperial dynasties covers a huge period. From 221 to 1911, China, under a powerful dynasty, developed into one of the world's strongest countries, becoming the leader in the Asian continent. Development of China as a single integrated country starts under Emperor Qin Shi Huangdi, who united 7 Chinese kingdoms and conquered many adjacent territories. In 1911, China had the Xinhai Revolution, which caused the downfall of the empire and formation of the People's Republic. In 1949, upon the victory of the Communist Party of China over Kuomintang, it was proclaimed the People's Republic of China, headed by Mao Zedong. China has 33 administrative units directly under the central government. The island province of Taiwan, which has been under separate administration since 1949.
Geography of China.
China is located in Southeast Asia, and its coast is lined by the Pacific Ocean. China is the largest of all Asian countries and has the largest population of any country of the world. China is surpassed in area by only Russia and Canada. The area is 9.6 million square kilometers and its coastline is 18,000 kilometers. The north is bordered by Russia, Mongolia, and Kazakhstan. The west is bordered by Afghanistan, Pakistan, and India. The south is bordered by Burma, Thailand, and Vietnam. It has the highest and one of the lowest places on Earth. Its relief impenetrable mountains and lowlands. Its climate ranges from extremely dry, desert-like condition in the northwest to tropical monsoon in the southeast. China has the greatest contrast in temperature. Has a great many of monuments belonging to different dynasties rolling as far back as BC. Pilgrimage destination of Buddhism and other religions, colossal sculptures and temples, and the Great Wall of China, one of its visiting cards. Furthermore, the architecture and cultural features within the country differ considerably depending on the region. Like the mentality of the East differs from that of the West, so does the Chinese folk medicine from the West one. This fact causes special interest to heal tourism in China. The knowledge accumulated by Chinese healers for thousands of years, even now, help dozens of thousands of people who suffer from acute and chronic disease.
Tourism of China.
It has everything that can be interesting to a foreign. Architectural monuments of one of the most ancient civilizations, national parks with different climate and nature, modern metropolises, and small provincial towns which manage to preserve their original culture, amazing sand beaches and inaccessible snow-white mountain tops. In year 1898, Hainan Isle, in the southern part of the country, was granted a status of province, and tourism became a priority industry in its economy. The factories were moved from the coast to other regions, while the beaches were developed to compact works. Nowadays, China keeps on attracting tourists, implementing reforms in the spare of visa regime.
And that's all for today. Thank you for watching our video.
Give a thumbs up and subscribe.
Give us a 10, teacher, please.